Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Urban Armor Gear Civilian Series cases for the S21 Ultra. Now I have the mallard color here and the black color here, and we're going to be looking at both of them. But first of all, I want to give a huge shout out for Urban Armor Gear for sending these cases over, and to my good friend Ian's Tech for helping me get into contact with them in the first place. Not only did they send me these cases, but they also sent me their cases for the Galaxy Buds Pro that I will be doing a review video in the foreseeable future, so subscribe if you do want to see that. Without further ado, let's just get on to unboxing, shall we? I'm going to start off with the black case and then we'll go to the blue one. So the unboxing experience is very simple. You just pull the tab at the bottom and it comes right up. Very nice. Now right off the bat, this case is kind of smooth, so I'm wondering if it might be slippery. When I put on the case, obviously I'll figure that out. But so far, initial impressions, very nice, very sturdy, and it's more of a hard shell case, which I kind of like as well. The sides are of rubbery material, so it does have a little bit of flexibility around the sides and corners. But yeah, let's get into the specs of this case, shall we? On the back of the box, it tells you everything you need to know about this case. So first off, there's a shock absorbing soft core, which is basically this orange part that you see here. And then they have impact resistant bumpers, which is obviously the corners, and a featherlight armor shell, which is right here. And I will admit it is very light, and that is something I really appreciate for cases. I'm not a big fan of bulky slash, like massive cases like OtterBoxes, but this one is very nice to me and I really appreciate that they got all this done and it's not heavy at all. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is that it does come with 1 year limited warranty for all of your cases, which is very nice to see. The next case we have here is the same civilian case, but in the mallard color, which I do really like as well. So as you can see here, the mallard color is very nice to look at. It's sort of like a tealish blue, and I really dig that. One thing I don't really like about this case, and that's just me being nitpicky, is the fact that it says Urban Armor Gear in the middle of the case. I would have liked it to be at the bottom instead of put in the middle. The only good thing is that it's not a contrasting color, so it doesn't sort of ruin the case altogether. It's just something that I would have looked to see. Maybe they can do it in a future case. Now, another thing that I noticed was that if you look at the insides, they are different colors. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of the color orange, so I would have wished for it to be like, I don't know, maybe a gray like this one. But that's just my personal preference. If you do like orange, then this is for you. But I really think the gray would have matched more with the black like it did with the blue. And I think that gray should have been universal, or just make it all black in the inside. Because if you do notice, the outer sides of the case are orange and the outer sides of the case are gray. So you are going to see that orange color on the outside of your case. Now, I'll be right back and I'm going to be putting on these cases on my phone and I'll show you guys how they look. Okay, so you guys can see here I have the black case on, and like I said before, you do see the orange, and that's kind of not my personal preference to see the orange. I'm not a big fan of that. I would have wished it would have been gray or maybe just black altogether. But if that's your thing, then if you like a little spice or a little color pop, then you got that. One thing I do think is pretty cool is that it kind of makes the phone a little bit boxier feeling, considering the sides are very flat and the buttons are a little different in my opinion, but I don't hate them, They feel clicky enough to click on them, but they still feel sturdy enough that they're not very flimsy buttons or something like that, and they will protect them as well. So honestly, not a bad case. I'm really digging the design. I'm pretty sure I'll like this one better because of the gray that it has in the front instead of the orange. But yeah, let's get that case on now. Okay, so here I have the blue case on it, or the mallard color case. And as you guys can tell, the gray is there on the top. And I do really prefer this over the orange. Maybe that's just because I'm not a fan of the color orange. But yeah, I really like that it's gray on the top instead of orange, like the black case does. And I really love this color, to be honest with you. It's not very in your face, but it adds a little bit of a color pop that I really do appreciate. One thing I'm noticing as I'm using this, as you see in the logo, you guys probably can't tell in the camera, but something already got stuck in the logo, and that's not that good. I wonder how that happened. Maybe if I use a compressed air can, it'll come out, but yeah, it's out. But the fact that things can get stuck inside the logo pretty easily that way is a little bit alarming, because you don't want the logo to look all ugly in the future. So, you know, maybe taking care of it in the future by using a air canister or something to get them out would work fine. But maybe next time when they create a case, I wouldn't recommend having an indentation for the letters of the case. I don't know how else they would do it. I'm not like a case manufacturer, but having indentations in the case can lead to build up along the letterings and inside that can be very hard to get out over time. But yeah, I really do love this color, and I think the blue matches the phone really well. I have the Phantom Black here, so it looks very nice in my opinion. It's a bit bulkier than I'm used to, but that's not a bad thing. I think this case is very nice for people that want a middle ground between bulky and very slim. And it's not too bulky to the point where it's very ugly and heavy, because like it did say on the back of the box, it has a feather-light armor shell and is very sturdy, and the buttons are nice and clicky but not like flimsy or anything, and they're very protected. Same thing with the size of the case. It does have a little lip in the front that I'm really appreciative of, that my previous case has as well, which is the Spigen case right here. And when you put your phone down, it'll protect it from scratches because it has this little lip in the front. Now, the lip isn't that high. Maybe that's because of the curved screen that they wanted to do, but it is higher on the top and bottom, which I do appreciate. Now, overall, my opinion on this case is it's very nice. The only problem I really had was the fact that, well, this is orange and you can see it, and I'm not a big fan of orange, but more importantly, the lettering was the problem for me. Maybe things will get in there over time and that will become an issue. Maybe they'll just need to clean it out, but overall that can be an inconvenience to people and be annoying over time, and maybe things might not even come out of those letterings because they're indented inside the phone case, and it can be a little bit hard to get out. Overall, I really do like this case. Thank you again to UAG for sending me these cases, and thank you again to Ian's Tech for getting me in contact with them. Let me know what you guys think about these cases in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.